So today I'd like to share a method of falling asleep, or method to help someone fall asleep. It's helping me on a daily basis, and I'm just hoping that perhaps someone out there can fall asleep easier and reduce their anxiety that way. So I've never been a real insomniac, but I've had trouble falling asleep, taking a long time. And when I was young, I heard about this method called progressive relaxation, where you kind of tense a part of your body and then relax it, and you move through your whole body like that, part after part. And I tried it and it didn't really work for me. And a couple of months ago, I was thinking about it again, and I thought, well, it just tenses me. The first part of tensing one part of my body tenses me inside, and it doesn't really work. So then I thought to myself, what if I just skipped the first part and did the partial relaxation of the body as the second part? And I experimented with that, and I've come up with different zones in my body, and I will concentrate on one of them at a time and simply relax that part. So, for example, I will start lying on my side when I fall asleep, and then my head will be the first one. So all I do is just one moment of letting go everything in my head, really feeling the heaviness of my head on the pillow. And just like one moment, just like that. And how I do it though is I breathe in slowly and focus on my hands. Every time I breathe in, it's my hands. And when I breathe out, it's a different part of my body. So I would breathe in slowly and relax the head, just for that moment. Then I breathe in again and relax my shoulders. Then I breathe in and relax my back, especially my lower back I focus on. Then I breathe in and I relax my stomach, or the front of my body. That's quite tricky to relax, I find. And then I breathe in. While I breathe in, I always relax my hands. And then I relax my butt. And I breathe in and relax my thighs. Breathe in, and as I breathe out, I should say, I do the relaxation. So I breathe in and relax my hands, breathe out and relax my calves. And then I breathe in again and relax my hands, and then my feet. And once I've done that, it might take practice a little bit to isolate these areas and to think of nothing else but relaxing that area. So then I've gone through the body once, and then I go through it again, but in a different way. I hold the relaxation for a couple of breaths. So now I don't focus on my hands, I just focus on the body part. So I'll focus on my head and breathe in, say 3 times slowly and deeply. And all the time, for those 3 breaths, I try to just focus on keeping that head relaxed, just that part. And then I move to the shoulders, and I breathe in, I breathe out. I do that about 3 times slowly, and trying to all the time relaxing my shoulders. So extending that relaxed sensation just in that area. In the first round, we identified the areas, and now we're just trying to extend that. So the same thing, couple of deep breaths for the lower back, couple of deep breaths for the stomach, couple of deep breaths for the butt, the thighs, and the calves, and the feet. After that, I'm almost done with my relaxation. I then take one moment where I try to relax my whole body at once. And it feels more like a shiver going through my whole body. But I do it, I try it, just to let everything go at once for 1 second. And that's it. Then I'm done trying to relax. And I roll over on my stomach because I'm a stomach sleeper. And then I focus on my breathing. And I don't force it. I take slow breaths and I count in my head 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Usually it goes up to 4, and breathing in and breathing out for 4 counts, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So in the beginning they are very deep breaths, and it's interesting because you can also count 1, 2, 3, 4 slowly if you don't like this too much activity of saying 1 plus 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I do that, and I breathe in and I breathe out doing that. And you may notice, though, that you require less breaths as you continue. Sometimes it happens by itself. Your breathing just becomes shallower, and it's actually strange. You actually get to observe yourself falling asleep. So it'll go to 1 and 2 and 3 and breathing out 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, breathing in, 1, 2, 3, breathing out. If it stays kind of stuck there, then I try to just experiment and see whether maybe 2 breaths are enough. And I will breathe 1, 2 in, 1, 2 out. And as long as I don't feel out of breath, I continue with that. And then it's in that phase where I usually fall asleep. It usually doesn't go down. It does go, but sometimes it goes down to 1 and breathe in 1 and breathe out 1, and so breathe in 1, 1, 1, 1. That is when your breath is already very shallow. But usually I tend to fall asleep in the 2 count phase. And during this breathing, I do turn around with my face, usually once, sometimes twice. Usually I fall asleep after the second time I've turned my head, just for comfort. I turn around. And usually that's all it takes, and then I'm out. And I really should have had a disclaimer here. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not saying that this will work for you, but you might try it, and you're very welcome to change things around or to just shut this video down now. It just has been a huge help to me. And maybe I haven't explained it too well, or maybe it sounds more complicated than it really is. So the breathing part is mainly observing how your body is breathing and then nudging it to take a little bit of a shallower breath. And as long as you feel comfortable, if you feel out of breath, you go one phase up again. You move from 2 breaths in to 3 breaths in. But observing your breathing is what it is to a great extent. It has done wonders to me falling asleep, and that's why I'm sharing it. I'm happy to answer any questions or to clarify anything about this. And until I have something to say again, goodbye.